Yeah, thank you. Let's start. Hey, Mario, please start. Don't raise hand. Here we fight for time.
Yeah, that's why learning from last time, I'm going to fire my questions
Yes,
right
yes,
from
go
the
ahead. Go ahead,
start.
Mario. Yeah.
So, to Ratnesh and the community, like I had some of my questions answered in the call I joined last time, but I had three more open questions that I still have in my mind. So I'll share them, and then you can decide when to answer them with respect to everybody else's questions. So the first is specific to the online community. It's more like a curiosity, like what it would be like for people who are only in the online community, because I imagine kind of in their surroundings, where they live, etc. Maybe open learning is not very common, so they're surrounded by people whose children are going to like regular schools, etc. So if when people are connecting only online, uh, if I just try to imagine it, I haven't done it, but it doesn't feel very satisfying. Or I feel like there is some gap there if like the only community I have is online. So like what's the experience of people there? That's my first question. The second question was like we are in a situation wherein we have been exploring this like question about education. And we have planned some kind of path wherein we are planning to join some kind of institution which is not mainstream, but something which is in Goa. And we might start that in January. And so we were wondering, are there people who are part of this online community who are not doing homeschooling or open learn? I mean, it depends how you define it, but like who are also kind of part of some institution, but are also part of this community. So are there people like that? And then the third question, I won't like, I'll try to do it in brief, but there was some discussion on the WhatsApp community and wherein Ratnesh had shared something about like where in response to a parent that child-led does not mean doing anything. Giving responsibility does not mean non-accountability. And I think this was probably in the context of screen time and should there be limits or some books, etc. So specifically in terms of like, I'm thinking like digital content wherein they are engineered to kind of captivate the attention of people, not just children. I'm kind of curious to like understand your thoughts about like freedom versus responsibility versus accountability and how that is dealt with children of varying ages.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
We are
stop.
booked for the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
Preeti, you want to take the
Feel free
first
to
one?
choose like what
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want to
Preeti,
respond
you
on
want
the
to take
call
the
Yeah,
first
too
versus.
one?
many questions. Yeah. So
Your
the
journey, your
online part,
experience.
see, it's yeah, I'll share our roughly 4.5 years of journey where we are actually living in Mumbai, but we are so much so connected with the community that we are there everywhere. To be honest with you, very honest with you, there are families in Dubai. We went there, we stayed with them also. There are families in Surat. We lived there also. There are families in Bangalore. We lived there also. So everywhere, and it's not only connecting online. So connecting online makes life easy in a way that daily basis you connect via Zoom, via Discord, and you connect, you talk, you share pictures of your doings, you share text or whatever way you want to share videos that I went, yeah, this I did today, this or so that way you're connected every time with the whole of community, and there is a very enriching exchange of things that is happening on a daily basis. Okay, so this happens at the comfort of your home. You're staying at your home, but you're connected with a wide range of people where there everybody has lots of ideas for everything. Okay, so you exchange all of that, so that way you're connected. Then beyond that, we have, and all of us, all the online people who are connected online, we all go to campus, we meet everybody at campus, so that is another next level. Then we all meet together to go out, do trekkings, do skiing, do surfing and all of that. So all of that is another type of exposure. then there are families all around the world. So you are free to connect with each family and free to, mingle and, share your heart out. And the way you connect, the more you are connected, the more you are free to, visit them and they visit you. So like, to be honest, our doors are open for everybody, all the open learning families in Mumbai. So I think the whole of community has come here to our place, and same way we have been to many places, so that way we also connect. So there are many different ways by which we connect. It's not only online makes it very, very simple to start this OL journey without any barriers of distance or space or whatever you can think of. So our journey has been simply beautiful. Our daughter has become now 11 and a half years, about to be 12, with the community since 4.5 years. And what not we have done. To be honest, I have got exposed to so many things which I have never done in my schooling or till my college or even my married life, whatever. Till 40 years of age, I have not done anything. From 40, I start doing things. So that's the kind of experience we have as parents, as families. And we have so many ways of enriching each other. It's also like the age-wise, we are so mixed up that I learn from any age group, like even from a 2-year-old, a 5-year-old, a 20-year-old, 50-year-old. Everybody is there to, share their experiences and all of it. So that way, it's a very, um, very active, enriching, loving, caring. Everything is this the community is. Means I hope I've given some answer to your question.
Well, one point I want to add, when we are saying you're part of an online community, that does not mean that you spend the whole day online. You could be just spending an hour, or maybe half an hour, or maybe 3 hours a particular day, or 2 hours, or nothing on that particular day. As in, you have a whole lot of other things that you do at your home or outside your home, or go swimming, or go climbing trees, or whatever you want to do in your city or wherever you are, but you are also connected to a whole lot of people and doing a whole lot of things. So it's really driven by each individual how much they want to be on screen in that sense and off screen. But the idea, even if I can get just one idea from somebody and then spark it off, that's good enough. So the community is not about being on the screen. The community is about being together and how I can both give to each other, not just get. So Preeti has been an amazing giver, and so has been Mishti, her daughter, and Pranav, and their family has been such an amazing giver. I have more account of what all I've received from them, hardly anything that I have given it to them. So that's the amazing part. Right? So you're not counting in that sense that, oh, will I get this? Will I get this? I would say let's start making a list of what all I can give, and that is where the beauty starts. Sorry. Yeah, I thought I'll just quickly add that part. Yeah.
Yeah, also just extending to what Ratnesh said. So also online, when it is online and batti jalti hai ki online means, oh my God, whole day online or something like that. So we as a community, we are so deep open, like, to be honest, like it is like if there is a session going on, and if you like that session, you be part of it till the end or till whichever extent you are liking it. Okay, and you want to be part of it. On in the middle of it, in 10 minutes you feel bored, you can switch off and go in like, and you feel so nice and so happy with something that you can extend it to 2 hours also, if it is only a 1 hour session. So it is open to what you want as an individual and how you want to drive and be part of the community. So yeah, I think.
Okay, so in this whole thing, I've forgotten your question number 2 and 3. So, based on your question number 1, let's see if there are other people who have other thoughts or questions who want to throw. And somewhere we'll come back to your cute question 2 and 3. I hope that's okay, Mario.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Yeah, anybody else wants to jump in? Not just with a question, with a thought, with an experience, whatever you want to share or ask.
We are interested to find out what a day at Aarohi is like. I mean, can you, share something?
Okay, so I'll share a quick video which
No.
shows a particular day. So, with from morning to, let's say, night. This is at the campus. I can share a day at the campus, because a day in any other, let's say, Preeti's house will be, Preeti has to share that. I wouldn't know what's happening in her house, to the whole extent, right? So I'll pull that up in a minute. So give me a minute while others, we can start with other question, and I'll pull it up, if that is okay. But I have to point that out, that every single day is different, because everybody is deciding what they want to do that day, right? Nobody
Okay.
else is
Okay.
deciding. There is no plan or schedule, that in that sense. There is a calendar. If I have to,
Hmm.
interact with, let's say, Leela's, and I'll have to have a time fixed, right? So that's the calendar part. But otherwise, every day is different, and everybody is deciding how they want to live their life today. In that sense, there's no
Okay.
one day that, oh, it has to be like this.
Hmm.
Yeah. So while I pull up
Okay.
that video, yeah, anybody else wants to ask anything or share anything while I pull up that video?
I, I have a question, Ratnesh.
Please.
So I'm completely new to this. So
Sure.
please, if you can give an introduction of what is the open learning about, and how do kids, like, is it online, and then the families come to the campus once in a few months, and how does this entire structure look like?
Leela, you shoot that down.
Yeah.
Quick
So
introduction
open
to
learning
everything.
is yes. Open learning is so much open that it just follows the child, and child is the leader who leads his learning. Whatever he decides to learn, how much he decides to learn, and with whom he wants to learn, all this is decided by the child. So that is what is open learning, and we as an adult are there just to support the child behind, and the leader is the child. That is what, in simple sentence, what I would like to share about open learning. And this open learning is so much open, it is for all ages, and also it is so much open, it is so flexible, with each family is doing their open learning in their own different way that suits their family. There are families who are regularly part of campus, coming to campus, and they are being part of the community. That is one of the way. And there are families who are part of online community, and once in a while they come to the campus. That is also the family decides. So it is so much open that the family decides what suits them. And it is not just the child joining, it is the family joining. So open learning is more for the child, and for us as an adult, I feel this is an unlearning journey for us. Yeah, anything you want to add, Preeti?
I think if Ratnesh will show this video, it will bring some.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
right.
yeah.
Just cut short.
So what happens in a day, possibly in a minute, from morning till night? Did that give you some idea that there is no idea you can have what's going to happen in a day?
Yeah,
Let
lots of things happening. Yeah, we can take from cooking to, activities, and I see something being taken apart, all that. So yeah, activities, and all of these are decided on a day-to-day basis, is it? The
Yeah, by each
child
individual.
decides, okay, yeah,
By each
by each
individual
individual.
what they want to do. Absolutely. So the core component of open learning, and in that sense, Shelly, that might answer your question. And also in terms of Aarohi is the three components. So they're actually this part of the same thing, is that we first decide or plan or design what we want to do, as in each one decides and design their day or whatever hour or whatever, and then they do it,
Mm,
and then we reflect on it. That's pretty much how we all live our
mm,
day, isn't it? We decide, we do, and then we
mm,
kind of in the night reflect, or maybe next day reflect, or maybe sometime we reflect. So that's pretty much the process that we follow, but we just follow it on a daily basis. So every day we get up and say, hey, who is
mm,
doing what? And everybody shares what they're doing, they think, they write. If you want, I can show you videos of people deciding, thinking, what should we do? And they all decide. Each one decides on their own. It is not like somebody else is telling
mm.
them, but obviously people can contribute, give ideas. I'll show a small video of that also. and
Yeah,
and yes, then we go
yeah.
ahead doing it, either doing it alone, like you saw a girl singing alone, or they're doing in a group something, or it could be with adults, with children, with strangers, with whoever, in campus, outside campus, anywhere. It doesn't matter, in their home.
Mm,
And then lastly, at the end of the day, you reflect back. Hey, how was my day? What did I do? What did I not do? How was it? Good, bad, ugly, whatever. Okay. You can reflect
mm,
on emotions. You can reflect on your what you succeeded, what you failed in. You can reflect on literally anything. So
mm,
we have different ways of reflecting, which is a very core component of learning, where we all reflect on million things over million days. And so that's how a typical day
mm,
goes in that sense. And yeah,
mm.
it's pretty much as open. So whether people are doing this at campus, the video that you saw, or they're doing it at home, which is, let's say, Preeti's home or Leela's home, it
Mm,
doesn't matter. Right. So the place
mm,
doesn't matter. Even when we are traveling, we will
mm,
we will do that. Even when we're traveling to a place, we'll say, okay, what all we all want to do today, so that everybody's need is incorporated in the day, and yet it is driven by each individual.
mm,
And as, okay, let me add that as typically as children get a little older, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, as in their teenage years, they start getting more serious about one or two fields, and they will start getting deeper into it. We call it deep diving. They start deep diving. We have a separate name for it, CoVersity. They found their own teenagers cohort, and they intensely work on their fields of specific fields of interest. They go deeper. They do a lot of industry work, professional work. So they start picking up skills by actually going out into the world, doing the work, volunteering, interning, doing actual business, doing actual work for the world. And that's how they become professionals in their chosen field. So they may choose one field, multiple fields, change fields, or stay with one field. That doesn't matter, but it is driven by them. And obviously, again, the community is there, the mentoring is there, guidance is there, all the support is definitely in place, but more importantly, it's driven by them.
Is there a choice within limits sort of thing, or is it pretty much open? Is people decide? I mean, I can say, oh, today I
Okay,
don't want to
so
do anything.
yeah, but you can also decide at 2 o'clock, once the dogs were barking and we're seeing what is happening. And then
Mm,
we saw some torchlight. So we shouted, hey, what's going on? So there were some villagers hunting for rabbits. So we said,
mm,
hey, can we join? Can we join? Can we join? And there we at 2 o'clock hunting rabbits with villagers. And
mm,
while we have never hunted rabbits before, not that we know how to catch a rabbit in any case. So that's if you're talking about limits. So there's no limit. It can
no.
be as spontaneous, as diverse as that can be, including I don't
Mm,
know what I want to do, so I'm not going to do anything, which typically lasts for not more than 1 minute.
mm,
Soon they're into something,
mm,
especially with children.
mm.
Yeah.
I have a query.
Yeah, please.
So, So basically, right, in our country, right, so to grab any of the opportunity in the corporate, right, so mainly we have to, the basic qualification is to get into some degrees, right? So that is the main basic qualification. So we all are, mainly, right, people who are all in the call right here. So most of them had completed their regular degree as a basic, and they are into corporate too, and they are working in, some of the corporate to gain some, get some opportunities, right? So how about the future opportunities for them? If this is, looks like here we are not going for the regular means, we won't be getting the basic qualification what the regular, corporates and other things are expecting. So that's my doubt here. How are we going to take them on their future actually? How it is going to be?
So I have a different question to ask you to start off this little topic. This topic is another, it will take hours and years and ages to cover that. But I would like to ask you, would you like to first learn, then earn? That is one way of doing it. Or would you like to earn so that you learn? As in on the job, by doing it. And
Yeah,
remember,
first I think,
when you're earning to learn, learning is not just free, you're also earning. So it's like double free in the sense you don't have to pay anybody as much as you actually earn out of it. Yeah. So which one would you like? You like, forget the world.
learning, and then we can go for earning.
Fair enough. So then that pathway is already available, right? There are enough colleges, there are enough certifications where you first learn and then at the end of it, you start earning. Fair enough, Divakran. So those options are plenty available, as in that's the only thing available, literally. Right? Now, what open learning says is, hey, why not do it the other way around? Why not earn? And while you are earning, you will learn. So we had this Shreya, sorry, I had Leela, if you can pull out her video. So we have Shreya as part of Aarohi. So she said, I want to do designing. I said, okay. She said, I want to join a college. I said, why? You want to do designing or you want to do colleging? And she said, no, I want to do designing. I said, then do designing, man. Grab a project, get some clients, do the designing, and that's how you learn and you earn. So she figured out in a couple of months, she kind of digged around. She got a project, her first project, by the way. And well, she earned, she got paid 10K for that project, her first project in life. And that time she was, I think, 17 or I'm not remembering her age at that time. Yeah, I think 17. Now she's around 19 or 20. And she learned a lot of designing in that project. And after that, there's no stopping. She has been earning, and she has been learning, and she's a designer, and so on. So what I'm trying to say is that it is as much possible to earn and learn, and not just only learn and then earn. So it's as much possible. In fact, industry, there is Shreya. Industry is the one which is most excited with youth like this. It's open. The doors are open. All the teenagers of our CoVersity at the last time was how many? 7, 8, 9. I don't remember the 7. I think all of them went for internships into industries. Many of them paid internships. Many of them at the end of 3 months of their internship got job offers. And these are people who don't even have 10th and 12th, forget degree. They've never been to school, those kind of teenagers. Their industry is accepting them, and so on and so forth. Okay, this is Shreya for you. Thanks, Leela. Please play. Time for me to
Just
shut up.
designing some little
Is sound audible?
games like that. And then I wanted to, when I was in my 10th, I decided this is what I want to take up as a career. So obviously, after I've thought, or rather decided, that I wanted to take design as a career, the go-to option was join a design college. So that's what even I thought, or my family thought. Then I started looking for top colleges in India and started preparing for it. Took a coaching for it too. My 12th, I remember that I was a bit confused on which branch,
I'm
because I
just
didn't know
short.
which branch would suit me. And and I didn't explore things much. I don't know how things are. So I tried meeting different people, like different designers. I started talking to them a little bit, and but still I didn't have a proper idea about what things were. And also, like I've heard many people saying they've learned a lot after their college because they actually been in the industry and they did the actual work. They said like only after doing the college and when I entered the job, I've learned a lot. And then read later that's what I got to know about college. And the expensive, like colleges are top colleges in India are so expensive, that too related to design. And long 4 years. That's what I was feeling, but I still had that hope that I'll have this movie like college life if I join there. So we were discussing with my family about this, and then I got to know about CoVersity. In CoVersity, I got to know that I'll have the freedom of exploring different things, and yeah, it may be hectic too, but it would be because it will be hectic, but also I will do something that I
Do you
really.
want me to pause and just play the last bit or something, Ratnesh?
Yeah, this much is enough. I think this.
Okay, yeah.
Thanks.
So this girl, just to add a little bit about, yeah, just to add a little bit about Shreya, like after she decided to be to do her self exploration in the design, the child who just started with sketching and then fashion designing, stitching her own clothes, kind of a thing. She explored whole lot of different fields in designing. The one question was struck her, that where all the designs are being used. So she started exploring textile design, she started exploring interior designing, she started exploring town planning where the designer is used. And anywhere today you just ask her, wherever she sees, she looks for the design. And she did one project in each of the at least around 8 to 9 fields. I don't remember how many fields she has done, the small projects. And then she did the logo designing, website designing, and that's where she got interested into UI UX. And then she did some client projects. And when she was discovering and exploring all these different fields, then she was trying to understand which is the field of my interest. And the whole lot of these working on different projects gave her idea like what each field means and what kind of skills is needed and where I am interested, what should I do. So that kind of clarity she was getting when she was working through these fields.
Yeah, so understood. And I have one query. So, like, when it comes to self-learning, whatever they are interested, right? Somebody should be there at the initial stage to mentor them, right? So here, how are they getting the mentoring from that particular skills actually? So,
Okay, first of all, the whole community is there. Okay, and then if let us say a child is interested in the field in which Divakran is good at, the child will possibly call you, Divakran, and say, "Uncle, you are good at this field. Will you mind mentoring me a little?" And believe me, the success rate of such calls as of now over the last 15 years is 100%. Nobody says no, no, dear child, I will not mentor you. Everybody is ready to mentor, everybody is ready to guide, and that is the abundance I was talking about. Where the world is abundant with amazing people who are ready to share their learning, who are ready to guide these young learners just because they're so passionate about whatever they are passionate about.
yeah, got it. Thanks for the information.
Yeah. Mario, what was your second question in one word? I forgot what word is about.
People who are not doing open learning also part of the community or homeschooling.
I don't know.
Means
In
what do
this,
you exactly?
yeah, if you're saying
Yeah.
are they actively involved in the day-to-day activities of Aarohi, that's like I don't think that's practical. If you're going to a school, college, where will you have the time to be on a day-to-day basis involved? So in that sense, no, they're not part of the community, if that is what you mean. If you mean that they can leave they can join a college and leave their college after 1 year or 6 months or 3 months, or leave their schools after, and then again join and again leave and all that. Yes, those kinds of a number of examples. So people go back. Parents said, no, no, do 10th. Okay, 10th kar liya, but now I'm not doing 12th. Parents said, go to college. I went to college, and after 2 months, I'm not going to college anymore. Anyway, I can learn more. That's Advik for you. And I can give you stories of children who are like that. So, but specifically, I don't know. If somebody is anyway going to school or college, I would also say to him or her that, man, then if you've taken up an option, please put your time and effort there. Why do you want to now get sucked up with another place where you, or another set of interactions? Yeah,
So,
I guess.
so if
Yeah.
Mario, if we are understanding your question, you're saying that with school, if somebody is doing open learning, तो वो तो ऑब्वियसली हो ही रहा है ना, लाइक स्कूल के अलावा जो भी इंसान कर रहा है इट्स ओपन लर्निंग ओनली. I think so.
That way, yes.
Yeah. So that is one way of answering your question and what Rajneesh said. And apart from that, if you're saying that if a child who is an open learner and he or she is interested into some specific thing, and for that specific thing, some kind of a very specific training is required, and that child is doing that training, then yes, of course, like children who are into football, they will be going for football, specifically getting trained into football, or maybe any particular kind of skill, any particular kind of sport or anything. So they'll be doing those sessions, those classes or something in which they need that exposure or they need that particular practice every day. So yes, they'll be doing that. Plus, so that is part of their open learning journey.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you. I
so in
think
that sense, open learning doesn't close the option of anything. Open means everything is open. I can go to a college also, I can go to a university also, I can try becoming a politician also. Everything is available to me. So there's no barrier per se.
I'm
yeah,
soon
thank
going
you.
to become a politician.
Okay, we'll come to your third question, which also I've forgotten. But meanwhile, I'll just see if anybody else has some other thought, thread, question. Yeah, we have a lot of people.
Ragnesh, I have a question.
Yes, but we didn't have your introduction.
So,
You
yeah,
can.
my name is Raja. My wife was part of this meeting last week. I was just peeping through and seeing what was happening, and I was kind of interested in the whole concept. I have a kid who's like 5 and 6 years old. So I'm just now he's into the regular schooling. He's doing well, but I thought maybe something of this sort will enrich his life and make his learning a wonderful experience. So all your concepts are stunning and wonderful. So the question is this. Obviously, I am for the learning is a never-ending process, right? You cannot talk about earn and learn or earn and stuff like that, right? Having said that, what are all the things that the kids can possibly be exposed to? So, having said that, there is no limit to it. But let's say, do we have what are all the varieties of things that they can possibly be exposed to?
I think the world is there. Anything in fact, I would say other way around. The kids are already super overexposed, as in they're
Okay,
exposed to a whole million things.
yeah,
They
this is
will
again
choose
coming
which
from the
one.
mindset.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is again coming from the mindset where we have something in mind, but maybe that is not what the kids are thinking about. So again, it is not an actual. I would say it is not a proper question, but it is a greedy question kind of. I
okay.
want my kid to know a couple of languages. Let's
Okay.
say Hindi, or he should be proficient in Tamil, which is my mother tongue. Things of that sort. So, but I'm just doubting. But I see that every kid is getting exposed to a lot of activities, which gives them a different quality of learning altogether. That I completely agree. But something of this sort, I just want to know: will the kids be exposed to all the sports so that he gets to know which he likes?
Yeah. So Raja, if you have a specific thing, then my child should do this. Then either you convince the child or you join my master class on how to negotiate with children. No, that's just a joke. I don't have any such master class, right? So in open learning, it's all about discussion. It's all about sharing. It's all about, yeah. If I have an idea, I will say, everybody, let's fly kites. But maybe nobody will turn up and I'll be alone flying kites, or 5 will turn up, or 10 will turn up. Now, kite flying is an amazing, important skill, as important as learning how to speak a language, according to me. So that is why I'm promoting kite flying and you are promoting language learning. So we all have our own ideas, and that's great. That's why we are in a community, because we get to see ideas. But what we typically talk about is, hey, if you like something, do it. Let's not impose it on others, but if others are seeing you doing it, then that is what is called as collateral learning, as in they are not directly learning it, but because you are doing it, it's rubbing on to them. They know how it is and they know what it is, and they may even come to you and maybe explore it for 10 minutes or 10 hours, or maybe for the lifetime. See, Leela has to have a video ready for that topic. Right. So the idea is, yes, you may have an option, you may have a reason for something is important. Now you go ahead and see how you convey that, not just to your child. Why only worry about your child? If you have a great
Correct,
idea,
correct,
please
yeah,
convince everybody in the world. Right.
correct,
Let's see how many get convinced, or you get convinced the other way around.
yeah, true.
So that's how it works in open learning. That's why we have
Got
lots
it,
of
yeah.
fights and lots of hectic discussions and lots of debates and lots of masala. It's rarely a straight one-line discussion.
All right,
So
get it,
we
yeah.
say that
Yes.
anything under the sky is syllabus for an open learner, and that is where here we are just showing the glimpses of
Yeah, especially kite
campus.
flying.
What is
Leela,
sorry,
that's
Raghu?
under the sky, kite flying.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And here we are just showing the glimpses at campus, how each one of them are doing different things. And similarly, actually, if we see even in online, there are around 20 different clubs happening where each club is of different interests. So if we see every year, like we can see 20 to 30 different fields of interest children are exploring. So that
Yeah,
is how
but
it
before you play
goes.
the video, Leela, just one moment. So it's important, Raja, and everybody else, especially if you're new to open learning, to realize that in open learning, there is no hierarchy of learning. No one particular learning is higher than the other learning. Unlike in a conventional system, there are so-called academic subjects in which certain subjects within quotes are higher than, meaning, like maths is higher than, let's say, music. But you don't go to A.R. Rahman and say, hello, Mr. Extracurricular, because that's his life. So we think anything can be life, embroidery can be life, catching hairs can be life, anything can be life. And that is why we embrace everything at par, and which is why everybody is at par. Otherwise, I will not be able to, I will put somebody else higher than lower, and then the world becomes, comparisons and all that. So in open learning, we're really, really open to all learnings, and that's very, very important. Yeah, Leela, go ahead with the video.
No audio, Dina.
Here I just wanted to stop. One child was so interested about making boats, and then there was a team of people who started exploring boats and doing boat. And
And by the way, that one sank, huh? It didn't float.
sorry.
No, I'm just saying that particular boat sank, but he went on making many more. Thanks, Leela.
Yeah, in the short span of 2 minutes, we have seen so many different things which children are experiencing and doing and learning.
Right, so we have about 5 more minutes left. So I just want to quickly first remind that we meet every Saturday. So please keep coming back if you have more questions, more discussions. So it's an open session and it's there every Saturday. We've been there every Saturday last almost 4.5 years. So it's just there. Yeah, somebody or the other will be there. If not, it's not never the same group of hosts. So that's one thing I wanted to announce. The second thing I wanted to announce is if you want to just explore Arohi, and open learning, both the idea is to become part of the community for a small duration. So one way is to come to the campus, stay here for 1 week. So for 1 week, you are just Monday to Friday, you as a family are part of this open learning. All of you are open learners for 1 week in the campus, and then you at least experience what is open learning and obviously what is Arohi. Or you can join our community, which is the online community, for a month. Just commit for a month, join for a month, and this from wherever you are, Paris or wherever, or France or wherever, any city, anywhere in the world, join for 1 month, engage with the community online, if that is what your family wants to try out, and try it out for 1 month. And then if you like it, you can kind of extend it to 1 year, because that's the next option, either 1 month or 1 year. Similarly, if you come to the campus and you like it, you may join in the campus, or you may join at the online, or however you want to. So there's a lot of, the idea is, because open learning is very new, so we want people to experience it. I think that's more important than but yes, if you have questions, keep coming to these Saturday meetups and we'll try to answer them and show you a few videos here and there. Right. So we have, yeah, 3 minutes. We can
question.
possibly take one last question and Mario's third question.
One question we
Yes.
had
Yes, please
is
go ahead.
during Dasara, are you guys there or
Yeah, so
is
there's a
the
calendar. Please look up the calendar. I won't offhand remember. I don't even remember when is Dasra.
okay?
So there's a calendar on the website which tells every week. It's designed till May. So you
Okay.
have the whole May till May chalked out, and you know when is what, when can you come here, when is what happening. There are different things happening. Please look it up. I can also post the link of the calendar. You can look that up. Yeah.
Yeah, that will
Yeah.
be
Mario,
great.
one word for your third question. Sorry, I forgot again your third question.
So this was like the comment you had posted on WhatsApp. Leading by the child does not mean the child can do anything. We are not talking about freedom. We are talking about responsibility.
Absolutely.
Responsibility.
So what's
Yeah.
the question? I mean, we're talking about
Yeah. So
responsibility.
responsibility
Absolutely.
does not mean non-accountable. So I think specifically thinking on like uh, social media or like YouTube, etc., which is specifically made to kind of grab attention and keep you there. Like, how do you interpret that in that context? Like, because I understand, like in open learning, there are no limits or like,
Yeah. So so again, I don't want to get biased with social media. To me, cookies are my thing.
yeah,
You know, uh,
yeah, okay,
cookies are designed to for me to
correct.
keep eating them. So I can't blame the cookie, right? They're so
Yeah,
tasty,
yeah,
the chocolate chip cookies, that I feel like eating another one and another one and another one. I'm not talking about the technical cookie. I'm talking about the actual cookie, right?
yeah,
So can I blame the cookie? No, I have to take responsibility for my, let's say, eating or my health. In the same way, I can't blame anything. The idea isn't to shift to another planet and start from scratch. I will design a planet the way I think planets should be, assuming I know how to design a planet. But the idea is to see how I can understand myself, which is what is the core component of responsibility. Is each individual, whether he's a 2-year-old. Next time I can show you a video of how a 4-year-old or a 6-year-old is taking responsibility, or maybe I'll pull that up as a bye today. How they are thinking. So it's not like that. At any age you learn responsibility. I would say I'm 56 and I'm still learning how to be responsible for myself, for people around me, for the planet I live in, and so on. Right? And it's an ongoing journey. So I'm still accountable. I can still slip. I slip all the time. Don't even ask Leela about it. She has a long list of grouses with me. So the point is that there is no holier than thou. So we are all in it together. We are all asking, questioning, talking, discussing, exploring, experimenting, and a whole lot of failing. Failing even in this job of being responsible for ourselves, because it's a lifelong thing. It's not a one shot thing, And that is the beauty of it. And that is the beauty of life, and that is the beauty of but the thing is, when it comes from oh yeah, uh, Leela has got the right one. I think so. So the idea is yes. People think when the word open learning or unschooling is that, oh, there's freedom, you do whatever you want to do. In a way, yes, there is that freedom, but that freedom is not. It's not like freedom. See, I cannot go to the road and say I will drive however I drive. I'll bang up 10 others, isn't it? Now, tell me, is there a freedom on the road? I would say no. But is there a responsibility on the road to the extent that I am responsible to even think where am I going? And how am I going and how am I driving and how am I taking care of my vehicle and my safety and other safety too? So that's an automatic thing. So we don't say a road is a place of freedom, but we say a road is a place of responsibility. You're responsible for yourself when you're driving your vehicle. It's if that analogy makes sense, it's the same thing when we are on this life journey. Each one is responsible. Now in road there could be traffic, policemen and all, but a lot of places there aren't any, and still you have to be responsible. Right? But they are co-passengers, and that's the best part. The co-passengers pull you. Hey, what are you doing? You're overspeeding here. Hey, how are you driving? Hey, or whatever it is. So, and that's where the whole Aarohi family is all together. Preeti will pull me, Leela will pull me. Everybody keeps pulling me and pushing me and challenging me and obviously enjoying things with me. And that's what makes this whole journey so beautiful for me. I'm only talking about myself. I'm not talking about children. Let them talk about themselves. I hope I've not really answered your question. I hope I've invited you to explore the whole thought about being responsible. And Leela will end with this small video.
One small point I just also want
Leela,
to add.
can you do
when
shared screen that way? Only the video. Can you do that, please? Yeah. While Preeti shares. Yeah.
Yeah, so quickly, only one thing is that let's not worry about knowledge, which is just at a click of a button today for all of us, right? So let's not worry too much about the knowledge part, because that is anyway there available to all of us to any, like, in any which way we want. I think it's more about living life. That's it.
The chat window, I have also shared the calendar, as well as if you want to know more about joining the community and things like that, I have shared the link. You can just copy the link. And here we play the video about how children decide or plan their day.
Did I not share sound?
Leela, we're not getting the sound.
Actually, Leela is enjoying the sound. That is why she's not realizing.
Leela, you there?
Leela, there is no sound in the video. Hello.
Okay. Sorry, I will do the sharing. Leela, what happened? We couldn't hear at all. Sorry.
Sorry?
We couldn't hear the audio at all. Okay, I'll just play that same video.
Football, if anybody wants to.
Oh, football.
Practicing football.
Practicing football.
Great, I will do. Okay. Now, whoever wants to here in this ground.
In this ground.
Okay, basketball.
Ground.
Yes, here, just here.
Okay.
So 11 o'clock we have football.
11 to 11:30 he's saying.
Okay.
Half an hour.
Ratish, are you sharing?
But but at 11:30 I'm going for a taekwondo.
Taekwondo. Wow. If you want taekwondo, you come for 11:30.
And after that, what are you doing?
3 o'clock bus. Oh no, I
Okay.
forgot 3 o'clock bus.
Okay.
I just said bus.
And then?
Like I said yesterday,
No,
I just dabble.
3 o'clock bus.
Copy the notes and I can play the notes of
After
popular songs.
taekwondo,
Okay, so purposefully we have not put subtitles there because the idea is not to try and catch what he's saying. But the idea is to realize that even at this age, he's about 4. Vivan was 4 when this video is taken.
Yeah.
He is thinking about his day. He's thinking what all he wants. He's thinking taekwondo, my goodness, because he's seen his dad doing it, right? Somebody was talking about, can I tell the child to learn a language? Well, dad doing it can inspire the son. So that's the beauty of it. So he's thinking how much he puts down or how much he thinks, how much he does. That doesn't matter, right? It is immaterial. The fact is that he's thinking. He's thinking about himself and what he wants to do with his life at 4. I'm sure as he grows, he can do it in different ways and explore his own life in different ways. So that, if you ask me what is open learning, this is open learning, right? Child thinking and then doing it in whichever way he would like to, pulling in resources, saying I will do this at that time with you, and so on. And so he is demanding, he's asking for what he needs and getting people to be with him, and and so on and so forth. So let's pause for now. It's already 6 o'clock. So as I said, we keep meeting. If you have just questions to this, if you want to experience, join us for a month online or for a week in campus, or whichever way you want to. And then if you are into it, just jump in and be part of the community, and we'll have daily fun, just the way Preeti was talking about. Yeah. So and the children will just grow.
Mario is most happy today, Ratnesh.
And the children will just grow, at least as for me, I can say surely for Leela and for Preeti, the children just keep growing and learning and getting better, whatever they want to and however they want to get better in their life. It's their life, their design. We are just there with them. We're doing a lot of things with them, but we're not bothering about them. They are bothering about their life. That's what open learning is. Yeah. So thank you. Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend and see you next Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
And people who want
Thank
to
you.
little bit,
Bye.
Shelly, like you were saying that
Thank
it's an absolutely new thing for you. Go, you can check out Aarohi's website. It's very, very user friendly. Just check it out. You will get some of that.
Sure. I'll see you soon. Thank you.